Hello, everybody. This is White Wolf, and what I wanted to talk about setting miracles into motion. Now, you hear that term in the Christianity world, but this is very significant because you can make this into a very conscious principle. And understanding that every time there is a manifestation, every time there is a sense of healing, sense of integration, sense of realization, sense of progression, and sense of elevation within your energy, you understand that you are literally the appearance and setting into motion manifestation. You're setting into motion life. You're setting into motion everything that you want to become as a spiritual entity of love and light, as the oracle of love, light, and wisdom. As you are progressing and growing on your spiritual journey, you realize that you're always setting miracles into motion. It's like maybe you felt that you weren't going to get that money on time, and somehow your paycheck goes into the bank account, and it surprised you because it gave you sign and confirmation and realized that you had grace. So in a sense, we are always in a position to have everything rigged in our favor, and we're also, in a way, we're able to set miracles into motion. We're able to set appearances into emotion, and also we're able to set reflections into motion and be able to be aware and cognizant of them and be aware and aligned to the vibration that we are those miracles that we set into motion. We're actually the progression of everything. We are the mind and the body and the spirit, and we are the elevation of energy, and nothing can change that. So understanding that when that mind, body, spirit complex is aligned with God and your higher self and the monad, the I am presence, you can literally understand that it is just true energy transference, and it's a two-way street, and understanding that giving and receiving, giving and receiving, giving and receiving. So every time that we do this, we're setting into motion what we really want out of our lives, and what desires, and how we can purify those desires, and also being able to set into motion how we want everything to progress itself, how we want it to unfold. And this is by allowing it to unfold and letting go of having to dictate every outcome within your life, and feeling like you need to try to perfect every single moment of your life, and feeling like you have to control your life, and feeling as if you have to single-handedly be muddled in the details and feel like you have to figure it out, because you don't have to figure it out. That's how the miracle is set into motion. The manifestation is, the appearances, the experiences, the different states of beings that you tap into. All of it is set into motion, and it's just how do you react to it? How do you experience it? How do you immerse yourself within it? How do you adapt to the miracles that are being set into motion in your life? So that was my antidote to start with. But also, this is White Wolf. Feel free to share out. Feel free to donate. Also, you can book private sessions with me. 1 hour for $100, 2 hours for $200, and 45 minutes for $75. So understanding that the way that we align our vibration, the way that we align our happiness, the way that we set things into motion, in a sense, how we gather our will and focus on that attention and the intention itself, and realizing that everything has already been done, everything has already been created, everything has already been made manifest and been done and been experienced. But it's all about how you send out that signal out into the ethers, how you are sending out your vibration, how you're just sending out that essence of source, that expression of source, that authenticity of source. And when you send that out, and it becomes repetition, and it becomes alignment, it becomes dedication, it becomes willpower, it becomes God willpower, because you want everything to be accelerated, and you allow it to be so accelerated to the point where there is no slowing down, there is no trying to define it, there is no going about it in a negative sense, because it's so positive when you set things into motions, and you place everything within your own vortex, and you place it very perfectly, and in an aligned way, in an attentive way, but also in a concise way. There's precision and alignment with the way that you place your energy, and you're placing everything within your life. So when we do this, we are, in a sense, just trying to tap into the future while we're remaining present. We're remaining present with our energy. We're remaining present within who we are. So when you are allowing yourself to not have to be the smartest person in a room, because you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand this. You don't have to be intelligent to understand this, because the divine intelligence will be channeled from you when you're able to set miracles into motion. Knowing that miracles have already been set in motion for you, and knowing that it is all about the action and the aligned preferred decision that generates different causes and different effect. In regular reality, there literally is no cause. So when we use imagination and we align that vibration and we go for it and we allow ourselves to place our energy where it is fit, where it is needed, where we're supposed to be. So don't place yourself in somewhere you don't want. Don't put yourself in a vibration that doesn't suit your vibration. So when you align your energy and you align everything within sync with yourself, and you're allowing that movie to play out the way that you want it to. You're the director of your life. You're also the actor. You're also the producer. You're also the writer. And you also made the soundtrack to the movie. So you have the soundtrack to your movie, and you know how it should look, and you know how it should be directed, and you know the lines already. You've really focused and aligned yourself to this movie, this appearance, this identity, this I am presence, this monad, this I am presence that you are, and you focused solely on it, and you're all in, you're dialed in, because you know that is what you want in your life. You know that's what you're striving for, because now you have everything put in place. But it's all about the execution, and it's all about the action, and it's all about the causes and the effects, and it's all about the way that you just change the energy and adapt to it and become the environment of the energy. When you become the whole environment itself, everything that encompasses the environment, and you encapsulate everything inside of that awareness, inside of that appearance, inside of that manifestation, you literally become the smartest person in the room, but you're actually not afraid to look whimsical or look stupid like some people think it is, because you're not stupid, really, but you're not suppressing your divine essence. You're not suppressing it. You're not allowing it to be swayed or distorted or feel as if it has somewhere else to be, but it needs to be here right now. So when you have your vibration here in the now, in the present, and it's natural, it's supernaturally organic, now that you're allowing everything to be of that supernatural, of that divine essence, and you allow everything to come from a state where you're in the absolute reality, but you're allowing everything to be infinite in its nature and timeless in its nature. And also, when you have that quantum acceptance with the mind and the body and the spirit and God and your higher self, like I said on my last live, you are, in a sense, creating your own world. You're creating your own metaverse. You're creating your own world, so you have to feel as if you are, in a sense, the Avengers. You have to feel as if it's magical like that, because the magic happens in the silence. And when we are in that silence, and when we're looking very internally, the external will follow. So when that internal reality and that external reality meets itself, it allows that infinite reality and that absolute reality to come back into balance with itself. So in a sense, every time that you are using your multiplicity activation within creating, you're multiplying the energy. You're multiplying everything within your awareness. You're generating at an accelerated rate because there's many plates spinning, but you're not really nervous about what plate is going to fall. You're not worried about what plate is going to fall, what's going to happen if I can't juggle this, because you don't have that in your frame of mind. That doesn't come to your brain. anymore, because you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that everything is already set into motion and everything has already happened and everything has already been fulfilled, and that I have three accounts that are filled with money or cleared out with money, that I know that money is coming into that bank account. I know that my Ferrari is in the garage even if it's not there, because you can't be based on what is not there, and it doesn't mean that it hasn't already happened and that it is not there. Because someone can give you a psychic reading and they could say money is all around you. So when you allow yourself to understand that there is the divine around you, there is supernatural around you, there is cosmic abundance all around us, but it's really at the point in the precipice that we accept that cosmic abundance, that we can feel like we can have it, and to know that we already had it and we always had it. Even when we went through the dark night of the soul, we always had that awareness. We always had God on our side. We always were being watched, and we were never alone. So in a sense, we were never alone. So when you understand that you've never been alone, that means that you have comfort and that you can relax and understand that everything is paid for. Everything is aligned. There's nothing that can fall away. There's nothing that can be disturbed by that. So when you allow that miracle to overshadow everything that you do, and realizing that your life is a living miracle, your life is a living manifestation and a willing testament to that divine essence, and understanding that when someone asks you, how are you, you already know that answer. But it's not knowing the answer, but it's knowing that philosophy of that question that always drives you. The question always drives you in your life. It's not always about the full-fledged answer, because you always question, where am I? Who am I? What do I want to do? How do I want to go at this? How do I change my perception? How do I change my thoughts? How do I change the way I feel about life? And the only way that you can change the way you feel is that you literally have to change the cosmic organism and tap into that psychic nebulae. And once you do that, you realize that you can psychically protect yourself. But it's more than that. You have placement. You are aligning the dots. You are putting in the puzzle pieces. You're finding that treasure chest. You're living your life as if you're finding a treasure chest. Now, if you were a kid, I don't know, I mean, all of us have been kids, but sometimes we don't remember it. So if some of you have forgot what it's like to be a kid, I want you to picture yourself looking for that treasure chest, finding that treasure chest, and how magical and whimsical, how it felt when you found that pot of gold. So we have that pot of gold and that rainbow at the end of the rainbow. It's there, but it's all about, do we truly believe that it is there? And do we truly believe that it's already been set into motion and that it's already happened? It just hasn't happened yet. So when you understand that everything has not happened and has already happened, you get this understanding that, so if it's already happened, but it hasn't happened in my frame of time or my timeline, then that means it's already happened in another timeline. So I can tap into that timeline and that timeline. So it's parallel selves, it's parallel universes, it's parallel awarenesses. But how do we make those parallel awarenesses, universes, timelines set into motion so that we can finally immerse ourselves within those timelines? How can we allow ourselves to really gather our quantum magic, our star blast magic, and be able to connect into them as if we are a giant tree that's been 100 or 200 years old? So when you see yourself as a tree, in a sense, you're connecting down into the roots, but you have a bunch of branches. And you can also correlate this to being a radio frequency. You have the country station, you have the hip hop station, you have the pop station. But you're connected to all of those because you like all of those genres of energy. You like all of those types of music. Now, if you don't feel in resonance within those types of music, you can flip the channel. You can change the station. But it's just a matter of frequency and tapping into that soul tree and realizing that your soul family is not your actual family, or it's not even other humans, but it's tapping into those aspects of yourself and those different parallel timelines and universes and states of being, and being able to be there, to be present, to be alive, to be aware, to be here in the now, in the eternal present. Because now you're tapping into that soul tree. You are tapping into the tree of life. So if you have a soul family and a soul tree, and you tapped into your soul love, which turned into your soul craft, which is meditation. So every time that we meditate, we're literally tapping into different parallel timelines, experiences, the monad, the I am presence, the sisters, brothers, cousins / daughters in different realms and different planes and different universes. We're all tapping into that, and we're tapping into it simultaneously. This is simultaneous relativity. So when we're tapping into this is how we spontaneously tap into our simultaneity. And there's a quickening of the imbalances. There's a shifting of all imbalances that you have within your life. So, but once we get higher and higher, we heal faster and faster. But also, there will be times where you will feel and integrate with everything within yourself at any given moment of the day, because you're tapping into that high energy, but you also have to ground yourself. So there's a grounding in the roots, but there's also a balancing of your personality traits, a balancing of your masculine, a balancing of your feminine. And it's really just tapping into that body of water, because water is life. Because Bruce Lee said that water is life. Water encompasses everything that it touches. If it's on the floor, you have to wipe it up. It has to soak up everything that it is a part of. Yes, it can dry, but where did it go? Because it generated the illusion that it dried up and went somewhere or soaked up something, because it's generating the illusion that something was wet. It's kind of like a tree can be on top of the water. A tree can be on top of the water, but there can be two different perspectives. Now, some people think that it's floating on top of the water. I think that it is generating the illusion that it's floating on top of the water. So, but the tree limb did not become water. If water is crashing on a beach, the beach is still a beach. It didn't become the water. The water is just a part of it. So, but water itself, if a tsunami comes through and passes through a big city, then it shows its power, it shows its tenacity, it shows its will and its courage, because it's powerful and everything around it shifts into the vibration of it. Because water encompasses everything. If you put water in a glass, because our bodies are made of 70% of water. So if our body is made of 70% of water, then when we put water in a glass, it takes up the shape of that glass. And the glass almost becomes that body of water. So that's what our higher self does. It just makes us filled with more of that life, more of that resonance, more of that key signature, in a sense. So it allows you to understand that you can formulate everything that you experience, and you can allow it to really change and grow and manifest into anything that you want it to manifest into. So your state of being is like that cup of water analogy. It takes up the shape of everything. It encapsulates everything. It migrates into the unity that it is. And it's not about being the smartest person in the room. And it's like this person said, you're not the smartest guy out there. And I'd have to agree with him. I'd have to agree with that guy that I am not the smartest tool in the shed. But I don't have to be. Most successful people are good at one thing, and then they use that one thing to the best of their ability. And then that's why they manifest great things, because they're skilled in that one essence. I'm skilled in the divine essence. So in a sense, you could say what I channel is wisdom. But that doesn't mean that you're intelligent. It just means that you're channeling that supernaturally organic, enlightened intelligence. But it's wisdom. It's not about smarts. It's not about doing a mathematical equation and conducting it in front of a classroom. That's really, really smart, and that is channeling. But how could you present that mathematical equation just with the telepathy of your divine consciousness? Because we have the power to do that, instead of just taking the time and writing it on a board and teaching it to a bunch of people. It takes up a lot of time. It takes a minute for it to happen. Right. So instead, we're able to imprint on each other's consciousnesses. We're able to relay. We're able to share. We're able to formulate and also intellectualize and verbalize it, but also be able to let truth be known by our aura, by our essence, by the presence of awareness that is being shown, in a sense. So every time that you are aware of something, something is aware of you, and it was aware before you were even aware. You experienced every type of experience before you've ever experienced it. You have experienced every type of experience and done it 100 times better than you've ever done it. We don't realize that we've done this, but we have done this. And we've done it many, 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 many times. So it's now the time to do it again. You're already here. You're already incarnating here again. You've already done this before. So why not have another fucking crack at it? Why not do it again? Why not just have another merry-go-round in this cosmic game? Because you chose to do this. You chose to come back here. You chose for the healing and the experiences and the parents and all the things that we attract to ourselves. And we always do this as humans, because we want to know the one infinite source of creation once again. Because we want to know that heart of the universe once again. We want to be a part of that growing union of the universe once again. We want it so bad. We want that union. We want that creativity. We want that source of energy. And we want balance and harmony and successful lives, and also being able to manifest everything in your life that you want, that makes you happy, that makes you joyful, that makes you filled with ecstasy and resonance, vibration, and alignment. And there's nothing stopping you. The only thing that stops us in life and in our journeys is ourselves. We're the only thing that's prohibiting it. We're the only thing that's getting in the way of it. So what if there was a lifetime that you didn't walk on eggshells? That you had success, you were tapped in, you were divinely orchestrated, you were prosperous, you also were very, very successful. So place that reality in your past, or you can place it in your present. It doesn't really matter, because you can place your desired reality right into the present, so that you don't have to try to be forever now. You are the forever now. And also another technique is putting your desired reality in your past, because now you're not looking back anymore, because now you've already placed it in your past. You've already changed your life. You didn't have the same parents. You didn't have the same friends. You like Kevin Costner was my dad. I could literally formulate a reality to where Kevin Costner was my biological father and I was his son, and we did movies together. And I could literally change my reality and my view and my scope of how my life went in my past, and I can totally erase it. Now, a lot of the times we have to heal from our past first in order to do this, but you can literally use that exercise, and it's a very good exercise. But what I would stress is placing it already in the present, because I do believe our past allows us to awaken who we are now. I do believe our past allows us to awaken to the true resonance, to the true vibration, to the true essence of source creation, because we go through that dark night of the soul, we go through absolute hell, and then we integrate and wake up, and we're able to move on, and we're able to progress and have longevity because we healed and integrated from our path. So we can place our desired reality right into the present and have it right now. So we're going to do a meditation. So within this meditation, I want you to be able to go to your happy place, to allow it to flow, but also to allow it to just be here, be now, be present. And also, guys, I see people asking questions. Also, if you're asking questions, also I want to start doing my live feeds and making them longer, because I would like to do a meditation. But also, if you guys just have questions, if you also would like readings as well, if I'm ever on a live feed and you would like a reading, you can donate $20 and get an in-depth reading at any given point while I'm live here. But we're going to do a meditation to kind of formulate what happened here. So, without further ado, allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to relax. Allow yourself to assess your mind, your thoughts, the way that your journey is going at this exact moment, and also tapping into the true power and understanding that the absolute reality is just waiting for you to walk into that stargate, to where you're able to quantum jump into many different portals and timelines and experiences, and allow them to be parallel and to transverse literal linear time and space, and play this cosmic game once again, and understanding that we came here to not try to go at it the same way that we did. So now that we're not going at this the same way, and now that we have a renewed heart and a way to set miracles into motion itself, and to understand that everything is being placed within the divine time, within the divine essence, and that if you place everything that you want, you're going to create a deliberate map of creating and manifesting and accelerating at given rates and speeds. So everything is happening here, now, forever, eternally, all the time. And there's nothing that can change that. Everything that's happened will already happen. Everything that will happen will happen. Everything prophetically will come into that scope of consciousness that you are. So take a deep breath. Exhale. And through this meditation, you are allowing yourself to understand that everything is a energy transference. Everything is a two-way street. Everything is balance. Everything is cause and effect. Everything is imagination. And when you allow your life to flow with that imagination, with that grace, with that charge, with that energy of understanding that I've already sent the signal out to the ethers. I've already put everything out there. I've already put my heart out there. I've already put my energy out there. And I can truthfully manifest everything that I want and that I desire at any given moment. I can literally change the energy of who I am right at this given moment. But I have to choose to change. I have to choose to want to up the game, to change the elevation, to change the way that life is going, and go at a much different speed, if you will. And to understand that it doesn't matter how fast or how slow you go. But you have to use discernment if you want your foot on the gas, and you have to use discernment also if you want your foot off of the gas, and be a little more patient. But if you're ready for the acceleration, by all means do it. If you have to place your desired reality in the past, feel free to do it. If you want to change the way that you are at this given moment, place your desired reality in the present, so that you can be okay with the past that you had, and know that it wasn't all negative, and know that it wasn't all bad, but it allowed you to get to this place that you are now, to this person that you are now. And it's allowed you to heal and integrate within yourself. And it's allowed you to change your life, and to understand that everything is here and rigged in your favor, and it's waiting for you to understand that everything is possible, that you can have great belief systems, great ways of affirming things and confirming things, and also declaring what you want out of your life and painting that you want it to be. Painting that picture of who you are. So if you've already sent it out, if you've already really allowed it to flow and to create and to manifest itself already, then there's no reason why you would have to do anything. It's already been placed there, it's already been done, it's already been moved on your behalf, and it's all coming. Just know that it is coming. Everything is coming. So if everything in your life that you've ever wanted is coming, then you can live with no fear, with no hesitation on decisions. You can go for it. And you don't have to feel like something is restricting you, in a sense. Nothing is restricting you at this point with your vibration. So when you don't allow it to restrict the flow of creation and get in the way of who you are, then all you have to do is know that you are the exhalation and that you are the breath of fresh air. know that you don't have to do the things that you don't want to do the things that make you feel negative about things, or constricting, or feeling like you have to have the same experience, or feeling like nothing in your life is going fast enough, that maybe I'm going too fast. So you're giving yourself that sense of grounding, that sense of balance, that sense of, I have everything I need here. Everything is okay. Everything is great and wonderful in my life. And there's no reason to change it because I have my best life now. And feel that empowerment of knowing that every day that you live is a miracle. Every day that you experience life is a set of miracles. It is the motion of the quantum. It is the alchemy of that star magic. And it is the initiation in the overarching view of how creation unfolds. The truth test is, are you willing to be faithful to allowing it? To allow growth to happen in your life, to allow everything to perfect itself. Are you willing to have everything perfect itself and integrate itself and migrate into that unity, into that great body of consciousness? Are you able to release and fully let go? Are you able to really allow everything to be actualized? Allow everything to be a magnificent array of healing energy. And make everything a part of the growing nature, that essential nature of being, of knowing who you are. And allow that love and allow that light to continuously just flow out of your innermost being, and allow that aqua river flow of God Source energy to wrap up this meditation. So take one last deep breath. Exhale. When I snap my fingers, you'll come back to. You'll have a greater sense of clarity. You will know who you are, and you'll become the oracle of love, light, and wisdom. And so it is. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the meditation itself. I hope it really blessed you. I hope it touched your heart. I hope it inspired you, but also to get a sense of coming into balance and knowing that everything can be set into perfected motion. You just have to go with the motion, go with the current, go with the flow. And when you just absolutely go with it and you let go and receive upon it, and just allow that growing nature of Source to imprint upon your own consciousness, then everything in your life will go exponentially great. It will go magnificently great. You just have to let it to be great and wondrous and amazing. So, um, yeah, I think that's it. So, also, if you're on the live feed right now and you would like a reading or a healing, or I might refresh the feed, I don't know. I might have to do that. If you would like a reading or a healing or an activation, that's also offered as well. Also, private sessions, $20. I mean, $100 for 1 hour, 200 for 2 hours, and 45 minutes for $75. But if I'm always live, just know that if I get done with the meditation, you can always donate $20 for a reading, healing, activations, or anything like that. But I might refresh the feed and do some paid readings and healings and stuff like that. So I'd like to thank you guys so much for tuning into this meditation. Thank you so much. God bless, and namaste. If I can push the off button.